while eating your delicious and amazing deep-fried cheese curds from your local fair or restaurant. Have you ever wondered what happens to the waste vegetable oil that is used to cook them? People all over the world rely on fossil fuels, but by switching to either a diesel car or biodiesel, you will help save some of the fossil fuels that are running out, and you will help make the environment a safer, cleaner, and better place to live. Today, I'm here to inform you about this alternative fuel that uses waste vegetable oil, known as biodiesel. I will also point out the many benefits of this alternative fuel and how to make it. The statistics about our nation's consumption of fossil fuels. And these fossil fuels include oil and petroleum reserves, coal reserves, and natural gas reserves. According to Energy Independence, fossil fuels provide about 85% of the world's energy. These fossil fuels provide the vast majority of energy for heat, electricity, and transportation. But the fossil fuels cannot do this indefinitely. Our nation's dependence on oil and petroleum reserves. Americans depend on oil to support our lives. In 2005, the U.S. Congress passed an energy legislation that will encourage more oil and gas production in the United States. The major fuel source in America is oil, but the world's oil supplies will eventually run out. Petroleum is the largest pool of fossil fuel, providing about 40% of our energy. Experts have predicted that petroleum reserves will peter out around the year 2050. Our nation's dependence of the coal reserve. Americans use about 22% of the coal reserve. Scientists have predicted that because of the current consumption of coal supplies will probably last from about 250 to 350 more years. Our nation's dependence of natural gas. Americans use about 23% of the natural gas reserve. The natural gas will last until the year 2050 or 2085. To help Americans' fossil fuel reserves, people came up with biodiesel. Biodiesel is an alternative fuel that anyone can produce to reap its many benefits. Biodiesel is the most thoroughly tested alternative fuel on the market today. Biodiesel is a solvent that will clean an engine. But speaking of engines, the first diesel engine was invented by Rudolf Diesel in the 1900s. This engine ran on peanut oil. Peanut oil and any vegetable oil can be refined to run automobile engines and furnaces in houses. The USDA has predicted that the demand for biodiesel will continue to rise. Biodiesel has the highest energy content of any alternative fuel. Biodiesel reduces carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide emissions by 100%. It reduces soot emissions by 40 to 60%, and it reduces carbon monoxide emissions by 10 to 50%. And those facts were all according to From the Fryer to the Fuel Tank. According to the National Biodiesel Board website, using biodiesel helps the environment and the health of people. Biodiesel is 10 times less toxic than table salt, and the risk of cancer goes down by 90% if you use biodiesel. Now to make biodiesel, either to put in your car or to heat your house in the winter. Step 1. Filter oil to get rid of any large particles. Step 2. Heat the oil to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Step 3. Measure how dirty the fuel is. Step 4. Mix sodium hydroxide with 20% methanol. This cleans oil and fat binds to the methanol. Step 5. Pour mixture into oil reactor. Mix for an hour. Step 6. Let it set for an hour. The glycerin will settle to the bottom. Step 7. Drain the glycerin. You do this before the glycerin hardens. Step 8. Mist with water to clean again. Step 9. Pump the fuel into a storage container. Let it sit for 1 month. Now it is time to fill your vehicle with clean fuel. Now you have finally found a way to help replace the rapid consumption of oil, even though you smell like a hamburger or a giant French fry. You have learned about the statistics about the nation's consumption of fossil fuels, information and the definition of biodiesel, what substances it reduces in our atmosphere, how it helps people's health, and what the demands are for biodiesel, and the process of making this new alternative fuel. Many people are turning to many alternative fuels. Most pick biodiesel. Like I said before, biodiesel is a non-toxic, biodegradable fuel, so it is very good for the environment. I have told you about the many benefits of biodiesel and how to make it. Even when you drive away smelling like a hamburger, turn to biodiesel to help our Earth.